Happened in 2020, and it was all over a parking spot. New at 6, Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live inside the Fulton County Courthouse. And Mark, the judge called this an execution.
Yeah, a prosecutor here at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office says he used a big diagram of the Lenox Square parking lot along with mall surveillance video and much more to explain to the jury what happened. He says the incident ended in the parking lot with a murder, but it started there too with what should have been a minor dispute over a parking spot.
On the count of murder, I'm going to sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. This case is particularly disturbing. It was described by witnesses to the murder as an execution. It was pure evil, with a gun pointed to the back of that victim's head when you pulled the trigger and killed a man, leaving his family and his child with no father.
The law, a Lenox Square parking lot, and a life lost.
On March 8, 2020, defendant Ricky Lafarge shot and killed Twan Nguyen in the back of the head in the parking lot of Lenox Mall, all over a dispute over a parking spot.
Chief Senior Assistant Fulton County DA John Whitenauer says he recommended life, but because of his age at the time of the murder, 19, and his lack of an adult criminal record, with the possibility of parole, plus 5 years for Ricky Lafarge. But Judge Alice Benton exceeded that, ordering life without parole, plus 5.
Someone lost their life over a parking space.
Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis.
Your reaction to the sentence?
I'm pleased with it. I understand why the judge gave the sentence she gave.
We're told Danielle Russell tried the case with Whitenauer.
The judge did the right thing in this case.
Whitenauer says an SUV carrying Lafarge and 4 others zipped into a parking space Nguyen and his girlfriend had been waiting on to open up. Nguyen and Lafarge's group exchanged words from a distance.
Lafarge is wearing the KC hat.
Lafarge's group went to the mall food court. Prosecutors believe Nguyen, unarmed and outnumbered, must have seen them leaving and followed them out. During the confrontation, Lafarge, who had a gun in a sling bag, circled behind Nguyen and moments later shot him. Lafarge's group fled in an SUV but quickly crashed, and Lafarge ran off but left the gun and a hat with his DNA behind. Defense lawyer Patrick Brackley.
Defense was Mr. Lafarge took out the weapon, attempted to strike the victim, and the gun accidentally went off. A defense which the jury evidently rejected, but that I believe will hold water on appeal.
There's no evidence that Mr. Nguyen ever threw any punches at Mr. Lafarge.
It was senseless. There were multiple people around. It was in broad daylight.
I know that we have people that are saying, well, they won't go to popular spots in Atlanta. I'm not willing to give up any of Atlanta to include Lenox Mall. We think that Lenox has taken great steps since this, but I plan to continue to shop there. I want my constituents to continue to shop there, and I'm going to work with law enforcement to make sure we keep that a safe environment.
Now, Whitenauer says on the witness stand, by the way, I understand that the names in purple are witness names. He says on the witness stand, Lafarge claimed that Nguyen initiated a fist fight with a member of Lafarge's party, and that man, who pled guilty under the First Offender Act to making false statements to the police, also made that claim on the stand, but none of the state's independent witnesses backed that up. We used video and photos obtained through the prosecution in our report.